Okay. So Dasha, you're gonna go off mute and say hi?
Hello.
Okay. Well, you know what? How long did you wait for me to let you in? Because I didn't even see you join because it was on
Seconds.
Okay.
Not even a second, yeah.
So how's it going with Angular for you?
It's going good.
What did you learn?
I'm stuck right now, but I'm figuring it out.
What are you stuck in?
Let me see.
Okay, so while you're looking for that, I just wanted to give you a quick overview why are we here. I think we need to set up a goal, right? Why are we doing these? Yep. And I came up with the idea of getting your first job as an Angular developer is a good goal. What do you think?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna work on getting our first job as Angular developers. And we're just going to set up a system. Right now we're working on the skill, right? The skill we're learning is how to make programs in Angular. I think a system has multiple pieces, right? Usually it's not just the skill. The skill is good. You obviously need this skill to know how to write programs in Angular, but also you have to have a positive mindset and work on your interpersonal relationships. And I think you're already doing great. You're very good in interpersonal relationships. Good job. I like the way you're running your Instagram. You're building a community around yourself. You're promoting your personal brand. Good job for that. Keep doing that. So really, the main focus right now is Angular because everything else you're doing.
Yep.
Okay. So let's see where you're stuck. What do you have there?
So I'm created a mock heroes component, mock heroes.ts, and then I created a heroes constant as an array, but then when I declared it in my heroes.component.ts, I imported the mock heroes into my heroes component and exported the class into my hero component TS. Let me see. It's just the browser is not reading the file. It's saying that the hero does not exist on type hero component. And it says,
do you want to share your screen? We'll
yeah, I think I did. I think I just mistyped something. I have a feeling. You're like super tiny. Let me see if I, oh, there you go. I just had you like scrunched up. Share screen. I'll just share. Yeah. Do you see yourself? Do you see? Okay. So I'm on this right now. Displaying heroes. Oh, why am I doing that? It's right here. So go away.
Okay, switch back to your code. I see.
My HTML. That's this right here.
Okay, so here's the thing. So let's see where you have li and then there is an ng4 equals.
Right.
So here you're telling the template to look through the heroes list.
Right.
And put the current item in the list into the variable called hero. That's the let hero. So right now, the scope of the variable hero is within the li. And now on line 8, you're starting to use that variable, but you're outside the scope of the ng4. So you have to, everywhere you're referring to a hero, I think it's going to be your line 8 through 11. You want to put it inside your li. So right after the span, where you have the first span on line 4.
Right. So you want all of this to be inside here? My div?
Because otherwise your code doesn't know anything about the hero.name.
This right here, right?
Yeah, let's try that. I don't, let's see, what is the other div doing?
Not
Here.
the div label, right? Because label doesn't really, it's this div right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only, well, you're also using it in the input, so probably the whole thing goes inside li.
Right. Okay. All right.
There you go. So what did you learn right now? So what you learned, so I think the thing you learned right now is the scope of your ng4, right? You started on one element in your HTML and it only belongs to that block. Once you close your li, it doesn't have access to it anymore.
Yeah, it says that ng4 is repeater directive. Repeats the host element for each element in the list. So why am I including, okay, hold on. Sorry about my notes. I'm a note taker.
You came with notes.
I can't live without notes. Well, mock. Okay. Because for the mock heroes.ts, we're just what it's saying to do that because we don't have a system built yet.
Yeah. Usually you would get it from like an API.
Yeah, it's gonna get which is down the road. Okay. Let me see what's next. So, okay, finally got that to work. Got that to work. My heroes component done. Where are you guys? HTML. I think I got that right already.
You committing your code to Git as you work on it?
No, do you see you have 11 done?
Okay, so you can make sure your code doesn't get lost.
How do you commit back? How do you do that here?
Okay, so type a message, did a list or whatever, or a message. You commit message usually describes what you changed in the files, like the overall message about what you changed, like added new component or created a list of heroes.
So all of these change, like it says 11 changes. Yeah. I have to make a message of what's being like changed.
Yeah, and it's gonna show up in your git commit in GitHub. I'll show you.
So created a new component. Can I do that? And I just press
a little check mark at the top.
Oh, this one?
Hit yes.
What's this thing? Oh, that's how I push it? Like,
yeah, so right now you just pushed it locally, right? So did you create a GitHub repository for this yet? It's okay if you didn't. Let's do it now.
I don't think
because we only did one for last time. Okay, so click on your username so we can create a new repository and we'll connect it right now. I love this picture. You can see at the top on the right there's a little plus sign next to your picture on the top bar, top menu. Yeah, so click that new repository. Yeah, Heroes app, you can call it the same name as, I think it's limited to your repository. Okay, so create repository. Okay, and now the second one where it says or push an existing repository, copy that.
Okay, yeah, I remember you doing that.
Yeah, and paste it into your terminal.
Here? Done.
Okay, so see now on the left where it says main, now you don't have a little cloud next to it, meaning like all your changes are in the cloud. Okay, so now you can just refresh this, it should show up. All your code should show up.
Heroes app. Okay. Where do I go to see like all of my projects that are in here in GitHub?
So click on your username. And you see repositories? There are 3 of them right now, just showing the last 2.
Why do I have 3?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. That's not
awesome.
Oh, that's so cool. All right, so So every time, like, because I get this little cloud, like the little icon here, how many changes I've made to my code, will it automatically like save here, or do I have to keep?
Yeah, you have to keep pushing it. Every time you make changes, just usually like once a day at the end of the day when you're done, just so you don't lose your changes, right?
Yeah, but you know how I made the message here, like create a new component?
Yeah.
Where does that message show up here? So I
Okay,
know.
so see right above E2E folder, your name, and right next to it, there is a little message. That's your latest one.
Oh, okay. And then it like takes me to where?
Yeah, it takes you to your commit. So this is your latest commit. Usually in production, right, when you're working on a project, you don't check into main branch, but you're just playing right now with code, so that's okay. Usually what you do is you make a branch, a separate branch, and then you go through a pull request process. That's that, see that second tab next to code, there's issues, and then the next one is pull request.
Yeah, don't see it.
The top menu. Right under your blue
Pull request.
Yeah, pull requests. So you would actually, the new branch that you would branch out of main, you would create a pull request for somebody to review, and then they would say, okay, this is good enough, and then you would push it into, I can show you that one of the later times we meet.
Okay. Yeah.
Just so you can practice.
Okay.
There's few things with Git
Oh,
that
you can collab with other, wait, people can collab on the code? Oh, so let's say you're working remote and somebody needs to work on the code, you just push it here and then somebody else can edit it?
Yeah, so what you do is everybody creates their own branch. Like I branch out from main, you branch out from main, and we work on two different things, right? Like you create a heroes details component, and I create like some counter component. And we both work simultaneously, and then I create a pull request for my branch. You can review my code, and you create a pull request for your code, and I review yours. And then you click complete pull request, and if there's no conflict, because sometimes there's a, let's say my code goes in first, and I change the file that you changed, then you have to merge, you have to kind of do a little bit of a dance with code and kind of merge your changes with mine, and then you would create a new pull request. But it's just it's a thing that you have to do a few times to, you know, it's really easy.
Understand it. Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right, so we're done with this guy.
Yeah, so that's good. So so let's see what's next on the list. What else we're learning here?
So I did. I'm gonna hide you.
Are you doing any styling or no? Not yet. Right?
Not yet. It's just saying that we will actually just said here, list heroes, which I did, and then it says don't forget the asterisk, and then style the heroes. It says heroes list should be attractive and should respond visually. Blah blah blah. In the first tutorial, you've set a basic style CSS, which is right here.
Okay, so do you want to do that?
Well, yeah, I have to go in order. I can't really skip around.
Okay, so let's see what it says. So here list. Okay, so it wants you to like create your own style. So we don't have to do that right now. Because the styles is like.
I'm not trying. I didn't really work with CSS like that to like go in depth with creating my own stuff, which.
So really let's go to that new component that you did. Let's just style something just to show you where it goes.
This mock hero.
Hold on, something jumped at my window here. Okay, so let's go into heroes component. Yeah, you that one. All right, so you see you have you have template, which is your HTML, and then you have styles URLs.
It's already there though. So what are they going to do?
So yeah, so click on your heroes.component.css file. So in here, you would go and create some styles for whatever elements you have in your HTML. So let's click on HTML file and see what kind of elements you have. Yeah, so you have H2, you can style H2 how we did last time. You just
Well, my H2 is my my heroes.
Yeah.
Then what's DR Nice detail? Why is it like that? Oh, Dr. Nice. Jesus. Why is there two of them? Why is Dr. Nice is twice and in different subtitles?
Yeah, you
uppercase because it
yeah, you have H2 and H3 with the same thing, so you can remove it if you don't want it. Probably have some extra.
I don't understand. Hold on. No, because if you go here, where's my mock heroes? The ID, blah 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 blah. So all of this got exported into my HTML, right? The ng4 let hero of heroes.
Yeah.
And
so you
then,
see you have H2, you have hero.name.
Yeah.
Uppercase. Then you have hero.name again, and then details. And then on line 8, you have again hero.name. So you're basically showing hero.name a couple of times.
Yeah, I don't want that. It doesn't even look right because it's like one.
Yeah, delete whatever you don't like. You have too many of them. So you can just.
But if I delete this one, will it just get rid of my H? Hold on, let me just do this.
Just delete this. It's fine.
Okay, there you go. Oh, because it it picks up every title, right?
Yeah, it goes through the list of heroes, puts it in a variable called hero, and then you are putting into the curly brackets. It's reading that value out.
Oh, and it gives the H3 heading to each hero. Now I get it.
So you can, so here, like put a new line on line 14. I'll show you how to show the whole set of data. So open a tag called PR, I think, or PRE. Yeah, open it with, do the tag, and then do double curly brackets and put inside heroes. And then
heroes or
heroes, and then space, and then a pipe, and then JSON, JSON. Okay.
What does that do?
So right now you are you're gonna run a piece of code inside your template. So it's basically TypeScript code, right, or JavaScript code that uses a pipe. And the pipe is like it's a special component in Angular that allows you to do something with the with the variable and whatnot. So if you scroll down.
I have it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Format strings, currency, dates, and other display data.
Yeah. So right now
interpolation binding.
Yeah. So right now it's taking the variable heroes and you telling it, hey, put it format it in a JSON format and display it on the screen. So let's switch over to your screen. Let's see what it looks like. All the way down. Yeah.
Oh.
So sometimes, like if you're calling an API, some external data provider, and you just want to see if your call was successful and you really quickly want to throw it on the screen, you would do that.
Oh, that's so cool.
Or like you don't know exactly what all the properties on your data is, you can do this. I use this sometimes.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a pipe. But you can do other things with pipe. I think once you start learning the synchronous stuff, which is observables, there is a very common pipe called async. So we'll get to that once you get to that, because right now this is important stuff that you're doing.
Okay.
All right, so let's keep going. Let's see what else we have. I mean, we have the scheduled time to be here, so we might as well do it, right?
Yep.
Actually, I like that you're using StackBlitz because this is it's a good tool to actually learn on your own as well. But you already have VS Code installed, so you're good. Because you can actually, so what you can do here, you can actually click sign in link at the top.
This.
and let it sign in to your GitHub. Okay. Okay. And now you can actually fork this repository and it's going to be yours. So click on fork.
Oh, so every single one that I've been using, I can just fork them out?
Yeah, you can always fork it. Now go to your, let's see.
GitHub?
Open up the little hamburger on the left there. Open it up. Now click connect repository. Because right now you're in StackBlitz. StackBlitz has like its own collection of repositories, but now you can actually push it to GitHub. So click authorize. Because now first you did one way and now it's the other way.
What's my password? Please be right. Okay, good.
Okay, so you give it a name. I think you need to close the menu on the left.
Oh, the dragging. Okay, so can I just do Angular heroes? Connecting guys.
Okay, so now create and push. That's gonna push it to GitHub. Now this is your own. Like you can pull it into your local Visual Studio. I'll show you how to do that. But let's go to GitHub and look at it real quick. Yeah, refresh this.
Repository?
Yeah,
Okay.
you need to refresh.
Okay.
Okay, so now click on code. Okay, click on the little icon next to to copy this.
Wait, but I don't want it in my VS Code.
I know, but you can look at it locally. It's not gonna override everything you're doing, but it's nice to run it locally and see like exactly what, because then you can debug, and I'll show you how to debug.
All right, I copied it. Do I just put it in here?
Not yet. Let's switch the directory up because otherwise you're gonna be in Heroes app. So you want to go up a level in your terminal. So go in the terminal, type cd ... So it goes level up. Yeah.
Direct. You want to change the directory? Right?
I want to change the directory. I think you need to have a space after cd. Cd space and then ... I think that's how it goes.
Oh.
Okay, so now do git clone.
Git clone.
Git clone space. Git space clone. And then space. And then Control V. So you want to paste what you just copied from GitHub, enter. So that's actually something you're going to need to know how to do, because if you're working on the code base, this is how you would pull up code base from, you're working for a company and they're telling you, you're going to work on this repository. So you're going to go get the link from Git, and then you're going to git clone into a place in your machine, and now you can open this folder, or you can just do cd angular-heroes, because it creates a folder based on the name.
Where are you? Got the email.
Yeah, so type in the terminal.
Stop sharing.
Did you stop sharing?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
No. What is this? My
Oh, maybe you lost your audio.
Oh, my default microphone is my headphone, but I hear you through the computer.
Oh, maybe you lost the charge.
No, that's okay. It's just it's Bluetooth connected, but I allowed the microphone through here, but audio through my computer.
I'm sorry. Okay, so let's go back to your Visual Studio Code. I like what we're doing here. We're learning a lot of things. So in your terminal,
hold on, I need to write it down.
Oh, okay.
Git.
You're such a good student. So git clone. So git is your command line utility, right? That's remember that program we installed last time. And clone is basically a command that Git understands. What to do with it is it needs a link, and that's exactly what you did. And you are cloning. You're making a copy of the code from the link that you pasting in there, and that copy now lives in your on your local machine, and you can make changes to it, and then you would have to commit changes locally, and then the local changes would have to be committed to the repository up in GitHub.
Okay.
So, but let's just open this repository and let's just run it locally, because I think that's a good thing to know how to do.
So how do I do that after it's here?
Okay, so let's see. I want to see a new line in your terminal because I don't see it. Is there a new line?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now let's do CD, and then the name of our folder is going to be Angular-Heroes. Okay, so now you're going to be in this folder, or you can do file open. Yeah, I probably have to do file open anyways. No, not here. The actual clicking to the file open.
Oh.
Because you open it in a terminal, but your Visual Studio Code is still open in your other Heroes app. So
file
open folder.
Open folder. Oh, and then I have to find the Angular /
Yeah.
Is it the one that you showed me?
I think you're in users. I don't know. I think you're in users, right, Dasha?
Users, Dasha, Angular.
Yeah, there you go.
And then select folder.
Yeah, usually what I do is, and it's very common to do, is on your root level of your C drive, create like a GitHub folder or code folder. Yeah, click select.
Yeah.
And then, so this way you can easily go to it, and also it allows you to have shorter folder names structure, because if you get too long and too deep, some programs like fail to go that deep into folders. So now do Control tilde to open your terminal. Okay, and then Npm install. So you're going to type Npm space I or install. So now because this Angular Heroes has all the packages, right? And without installing the packages, it's not, you're not gonna be able to serve your application. So hit enter, and what it's doing right now, it's reading your package.json file. See it on the left there?
Yeah.
And it's going through them, and it's installing, and it's pulling everything over from the internet, all of the packages that are related to this particular repository.
Okay, so all this is just for that little set of code for this section, right? So do I have to do that for every single live like code? Because you know how it does for every.
No, I don't know if you I think you just open whatever you had in your stack blitz. I'm not really sure which link you came from, but let's look, because if you go in your Visual Studio Code, in your VS Code, yeah, expand your source folder and go to app. Yeah, so it's probably a full app.
No, it's just.
Is it just one level of some sort?
Yeah, it's just pulling that section that I'm working on.
Okay. So yeah, so it's, it's whatever you went to. All right, so a Git repository has too many changes. So see, when you get this message, stop.
Oh.
It's okay. So right now it gave you a message that you have a lot of changes pending into your repository. And the reason it's doing that is because your node modules folder on the left there, you see the green folder that was created in your
node module.
Yeah. So this is actually, it's thinking that it needs to put it in your repository. It's not ignoring it. And the way you ignore it is you right click on it.
Right click on it?
Right click, yeah. No, not here. You want to right click it inside the pending changes. So where it says 5K, click on
Don't
that
see it.
5K. See where it's, yeah, the little
Oh
circle.
my God. What is all this?
Yeah, so hold on. Yeah, it's gotta be a faster way to do, because that thing actually ignores the whole folder. I forget how to do it from here. Hold on, let's wait for it to finish up. We'll do it in a second.
Okay.
Maybe there's a...
What is it pulling though? Like, it's already here. What is it pulling?
It's pulling. So if you go into the package.json file,
Yeah, the angular.json.
keep going, the one down, packages.
Packages.
Yeah, so this whole list right here, it's installing all of these dependencies. It's basically a dependency, like what am I using to run my Angular code? It's all of these things.
Okay, it's done building. Or
Okay, so now do ng serve.
like serve.
Yeah, you can type it out or just put S for serve. Oh, actually, you have it. No, you stopped the other one. Okay, so you're good. Sometimes if you have like multiple Visual Studio codes open and you're running ngserve on one folder and then you try to do it on the other, it's going to fail and it's going to ask you to. Oh, okay. So let's see.
Please visit below.
Okay, version.
Why? Oh my God. Is it because I have to like reinstall the new Angular version every new file folder that I open? Because I had to do it. You know the project that we started last time?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did all that installation, np whatever, and then when I started my heroes and I had to create the folder and I had to pull Angular and install it in that one too. So
Okay,
every time you start a new folder, you have to reinstall all of that.
okay, so I think what we need to do is we need to install Angular CLI globally. So let's do that. Hold on, npm installed. Angular.
To disable this warning, use ngconfig CLI warning version false.
Yeah, so just so in your terminal, let's do npm install @ space @ angular /CLI. Sorry, not dash / CLI space -G. Okay.
Globally, right?
Yeah, let's try it. Let's try that. See if it helps. Yeah, so you have Angular CLI 9 here. You probably have 11, right?
I do have 11 for my
Yeah,
heroes app.
so we'll do we'll actually go and do an update here. It'll be a fun exercise.
Okay.
Because this is actually how you would go from one version to another, is you follow that link that it gives you at the top, that red one that you could still see, and you would go through an upgrade. So let's go to that link. Okay, so let's do ignore on all of your node modules.
Is it that one right here? The ngconfig?
No. First we'll do, because we need to commit. In order to do an update, we have to commit, and we want to ignore all of your node modules. So so do this. Do Control P and do dot. Let's see if git, and then git. No, it's not showing up. So we want to open up our git ignore and hold on a second. I want to ignore node modules. A second. Okay, all right. So let's type touch In the, sorry, not here, in the terminal.
Oh,
It's okay.
touch.
Touch dot space dot get ignore.
One word.
Ignore, get ignore space and signs, two ands, like little ampersand. Space echo echo space double quotes, and we're going to type in double quotes node underscore modules forward slash before the close of the okay, space after double quotes.
Oh, after double quote.
So we need two more than signs.
And signs.
More than. So it's like, yeah, that way.
Oh, like that.
Two of them. All right, and then again dot ignore. Actually, you know what? I think that's it. I think go back and remove the two of these. Yeah. Okay, hit enter. Let's see if it works. Okay. So
what did I just do here?
Okay, so click on get ignore there. See, you see get ignore now is in there. In your left pane. The file did create a get ignore file. Let's see if it actually wrote any. I think we missed. I think the echo is not finished. So let's just type in node modules in here.
Oh, here?
Yeah, right in the file. So node underscore modules and a forward slash. And then it should ignore your node module. Okay, there you go. See, it's coming. It's became kind of grayed out. Node modules from like really bright green.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see if we can do a commit in your little commit.
Why are we trying to ignore this? Oh, so
yeah, because this is always created by npm install. So you don't want to put it in your repository. You always ignore this.
Okay.
And then on the bottom that you close really quick usually helps you do that. Like it creates this file and puts that ignore in there. So, but click on where it says 5K. Let's see, why is it still 5K there? Maybe refresh. Refresh. See, there's like a little refresh thingy at the top. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's commit this. Just put like new project or whatever name is it. Initial. Usually on the first one they say first commit. That's like a very common thing people put.
Commit? Like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Click check. So you kind of, it is your first commit. So, right, so, and yes, and let's do the update. So let's go to that link where it said your project is kind of like an older version, blah, blah, blah.
Up here in the terminal?
If you scroll up, there's going to be that red message. So click on that update.angular. Yeah, and we'll follow the directions that are in this link.
Open.
I think this is going to be a fun exercise for you. So right now, your app is what version?
It has to be 11.
No, so go back to VS Code real quick.
On here, it says it's 9 something. It's 9.1.
Okay, let's check. And the way to check it is you go to the packages.json file in your repository. Okay, so scroll up a little bit where it says Angular core. Oh, you are already on 11. So why is it? Oh, so you know what? I think when we installed it, it just updated it for you. That we should have looked at the commit. So you're good now.
Okay, so
you don't have to do anything.
But what's this? I'm curious now.
What?
I'm curious. What's this?
So this is usually like if you're on Angular, let's say Angular 12 came out.
Okay.
And you're still on Angular 11. So you would say I'm on Angular, let's say you're 10 and you want to go to 11. So you select 10 from one box, 11 in the second box, and then you say, show me how to update. You click that button.
Okay. Should I?
Yeah.
Also, will it pop up in your terminal when you're like working on it? It'll
Yeah.
tell you that you have to upgrade.
Yeah, usually it's a decision that a team makes. Like, okay, we're ready to upgrade our code base to the next version. You never do it on your own. Like you always have somebody, you know, make a decision the whole team makes.
Okay.
Usually like maybe
Good to
an
know.
like an architect or a team lead will say, okay, guys, we're gonna plan for an upgrade of Angular from 10 to 11.
Okay.
Uh,
Because
and
usually it why? Because it can make drastic changes, or there's like drastic changes to the upgrades.
yeah, there's always a risk anytime there is a new version.
Yeah.
And some companies, they want to take extra caution and they wait 2 versions to upgrade.
Okay.
Yeah,
Makes
they want to make sure all of the bugs are cleared out from the backlog and there's no issue. Like let's say Angular comes out with Angular 12 tomorrow. And they don't know that there are bugs or security issues. Companies want to be extra cautious and they wait.
Okay, so
Yeah,
they
they
just
wait,
kind
give
of
some
wait it
time.
out until everything's like settles down. Okay.
So basically what you do here is you follow the check marks.
Okay.
It tells you run this, you run it in your terminal, you check it, and then you go to the next one and then next one and you're done.
Oh.
Usually it's very straightforward unless there is some break-in changes which Angular team tries to avoid.
Okay.
All right, so let's see if your Tour of Heroes app is now running. Did we do ngserve? Let's do ngserve. Yeah, let's do ngserve in your terminal window. Your local version then. So why is it saying...
globally it's installed, but locally it's not? How does that even work?
Hold on a second. What the heck? Hold on a second. This version is... Did you get this error before we talked? That's very strange. You know what? Let's do let's follow that the thing then, because it says in your package JSON that you are on 11, but I don't know, let's just run that update. Let's see what happens. Yeah, click. You know what? Actually select 9 from here. Because it says you have a 9. I don't know why.
990.
Okay. All right.
Just show me up.
Yeah. Okay, scroll down.
Oh Lord.
Oh my goodness! Before updating, should have...
That's so strange because the other one didn't give me.
Yeah, let's just skip the first 2 before updating piece. Let's just skip that and do this run ng update.
Can I just copy this? Oh.
Just the gray area, because you would have to do an upgrade from 9 to 10 and then from 10 to 11.
I think it's only for what we're doing through the Git, because my other one doesn't do that. Do you think it's because it's pulling from the internet?
Who knows? Yeah, let's just do this.
Okay.
Okay, migration failed. Hold on. Yeah, so you're on 11, so I don't even know why it's doing this for you.
You have to close out and refresh and reopen.
Reboot your computer.
Reboot the computer, refresh, restart.
Oh my gosh.
This is like a pit.
You know what? I remember doing the same thing with the Tour of Heroes, and I had the same issue.
Yeah. I don't have that. Like, if I go back into my Tour of Heroes app that I'm working on, it doesn't.
Yeah, there's something with their setup that they did that's Even I remember, like, even versions ago, I had the same issue. I don't even know what they are. You know what? Let's just what can we do here? How can we use this?
So this is all for me to open that that repository, like this thing that we're creating.
Locally. Yeah, locally. You know what?
And I need to know this because a lot of times I have to like open links locally and work on them. Oh boy.
Yeah, anytime you're gonna work on somebody's code, they're gonna tell you, go to this repository, clone your code. Hold on, what, Tiffany? Oh, okay. He's in Clubhouse. My Clubhouse turns on automatically. So anyways, so yeah, so you need to know this. You know what? I'll take a look at this and try to figure this out. Let's just move on. Let's go back to, let's see how we're doing on time.
We have like,
because I don't want to spend time on this if it wasn't straightforward, because I would rather figure this out offline and help you with something useful right now. Okay, how are we doing on time, honey? What time is it?
It's 11:40. It's almost 11:50. We have like 10 minutes if you were planning on 1 hour.
I was gonna do 1.5 hours, but it's up to you.
Okay. Yeah, we can push for 1.5 hours, depends on.
Okay. All right. So let's switch back to your code base and let's just go back to your tutorial and just push through, because I think this was a good exercise. I mean, we didn't finish it. We weren't able to run it, but it's not our problem right now.
Yeah, it's okay. So you know how we opened the folder with this?
Yeah.
And I only have one window open.
Yeah.
Why is it closing out the other project that I was working on? Why does it open only one at a time?
You can open the second one, but you have to actually right click on the in your Windows pane where your VS Code is installed. So like you see the little,
like that.
Yeah, so right click on it. Okay, and you can do new window then.
Okay, I just wanted to know. But it, like, by default, it will close it out and open a new folder. Got it. I don't really want 2 windows, so it's fine.
Yeah, if you have 2 windows, it's really easy to get confused. There is a cool extension that I use to differentiate. It will like color your window a different color.
Cool.
So if you ever want to do that, then you install an extension called Peacock.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Remember?
Yeah, I think I have it installed, but yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we can activate it now. It's kind of fun.
Yeah. Okay. So it's my Windows C.
You don't have like a recent folder or something? Oh, here we go. Cancel. I'll show you how to do recent.
Why?
File. Open recent. 2 down. And you can do it like this.
There you go. Here you go. Oh, it just saved me so much time.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Okay, so.
Oh boy. I don't know why my default browser is Explorer. I hate Explorer with all my heart. No, why?
Yeah, then just set your well, it's not Internet Explorer, it's the Edge. So go to Chrome and just set it as default. Hello? Yeah, click on Chrome.
I thought I did.
Go to settings. There's gotta be okay, so let's see, Chrome settings.
Nice.
Okay. What if you go to like, isn't there like usually when you go to google.com it tells you, would you like to set up Chrome as a default setting? Try that. No?
No.
Custom. Hold on. Set. I'm with you. I also like. Okay. In the top right, click more. Where's our more? Is there like okay, there we go. Click settings.
Where are you?
Okay, in the default browser, something. Oh, yes, at the top. I think I just saw it. No. Or just type. Oh, on the left. On the left. See the default browser on the left? Okay, there we go. Make Google a default browser.
Yeah, make
Yeah,
default.
click it. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well, it's not here. See, choose default app. Choose default app by protocol. Set default app. Why is it?
Hold on. So what's happening here?
It just opened my default apps.
Scroll down a little bit. Web browser. Okay, so click that. I think you need to select it and choose a different one.
Oh,
There we
there you
go.
go.
Yeah. Switch anyway. Switch
Wow.
anyway.
Oh,
Yeah. Windows doesn't want you to use Google Chrome.
I know it doesn't.
But it's actually Edge is not bad. I mean, they're using the same
I don't know. I just am more.
Chrome
You know, I'm
things.
a visual person. I'm an artistic person,
I
and
know.
Google is more appealing to me than Edge.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Right.
can I do ng serve here now?
Yeah.
And it's gonna.
Yeah, G sir.
Let's open it up, please.
Well, this is at least it's 11 and 11.2.1. I mean, it's a little better. This is just a warning. This one I usually ignore. Don't worry about this one.
Okay, please run because I don't want to deal with this.
Yeah, it's gonna run.
To disable warning, can I just disable this warning? No, let it warn me in the future.
Yeah.
Why is it taking forever?
It's thinking. Give it a little time.
Oh, because of course I read
11.2.2. So I think maybe we upgraded to 11.2.2 just now globally, and you.
probably.
Okay, so let's see. It should still run, hopefully, right? So
we just spend the next 30 minutes trying to figure out 11.2.2.
Yeah, don't worry. Forget about that one. We'll deal with it later. So go to your local host. Yeah, in here.
It's not gonna come.
Another thing, I'm not particularly like a fan of it, but what you can do is you can also do ng serve -o. I think it opens up the local host. So cancel, Control C here to cancel this. And do ngs space. I think it's either -o or -o. Let's do -o. I know somebody likes this command.
Can you send me this recording? Because I'm gonna keep it as my tutorial.
Of course, that's why I'm recording. I'm glad you're asking.
Okay. Browsing application bundle. Well, open it up then. Thank you.
Yay!
Thank you. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Awesome.
I did this.
Are you grouping your tabs? Is that what you just did?
Yeah, I love it. It's so convenient.
I just saw that somewhere. That is awesome. I haven't used that feature yet.
It just like groups it and you don't have to worry about like having too many tabs open.
That is nice. I haven't used that yet, but it's nice that you're so progressive.
Yeah, right click and then you group and you can choose color. It's so cute. And then every time you open a window, you just add it to the group that you like.
Awesome. Okay, so let me show you really quick before we move on to something that's also is nice to know. Did you take the CSS course anywhere yet?
I did.
A little bit.
A while ago.
Remember a very common thing with CSS is when they do like a red border around like a div to see if their CSS is working. They're calling it debugging CSS. So I can show you how to debug.
I lost you again.
Oops. Sorry.
Oh, why is it?
Hello. Hello, hello.
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you too.
Okay. So debugging here, let me show you really. So when we just did the JSON pipe, we did a little debugging of the data right inside the template. But you can also do this same debugging inside your TypeScript code. So if you go to your heroes component,
The HTML or
go
TS?
to actually component, yeah, the TypeScript component. So let's see here. You don't really have much going on here.
Why is it called a component?
Component. So see at the top there is like a little @ sign and component. So that's just a name for these building blocks, and that's what it's just a like a pattern, a component pattern in Angular.
Okay.
Everything is a component. So if you go to your app component, which is your top level component, and go to HTML. So here you're creating building blocks. So you don't put a bunch of HTML all in one file, you're breaking them up into a component. This way your code is isolated and your logic could be isolated. This component is responsible just for displaying the heroes. This component is going to be responsible just for the details of each hero. And this way your code just looks cleaner and it's easier to maintain. So if you have to make a change to a piece of functionality, you don't make it all in one file.
Okay.
Just a pattern.
Okay.
So so let's
So this one right here, this is responsible for what?
So app component is your top level component. This is where like everything starts, right? Because if you remember, if we go to I think it's main TS. Is there a main TS in your?
Yeah.
So in here, it's bootstrapped to start up into app module, right? So your app module is the module that's starting up your program. And if you go to app module, it says bootstrap this component, and app component is on line 19.
Yeah.
It tells with this module, app component is my top level, like start the program by loading this component. Okay. All right. So if we go to TypeScript of this guy, because you're not actually passing the data from your app component, your app heroes is actually has the data, right? You're defining your heroes in here. Yeah. But you can actually call the, set the heroes inside your other component and pass them into it. But let's say for some reason you don't see the heroes, like what's going on. So if you see an ng on init, so this is a lifetime hook for the component. So it has 6 or 8. Let's see. Let's go to. You're gonna learn them as you go because that's a very important part of Angular. So time hooks. So let's see. Lifecycle hooks. Lifecycle. Okay. So the very first one is ng on changes, but the second one is ng on init. It happens only one time. So you can put some logic in here that you want to happen in the beginning of your program. So let's right inside that function ng on init. Let's put so that's not the inside of the function. The inside of the function is going to be after in here. Yeah. So make a space here and type console.
Console.
Dot log open parentheses and type heroes. Actually, your heroes is a property on the level of heroes components, so it needs a keyword before it. This, so you don't just say heroes, you say this dot heroes.
This dot hero. Oh, what are you doing?
Yeah, so inside TypeScript, you actually need to specify, but on the template, you don't have to. This
is very similar to C++ and Java.
Yeah. So it's It's basically saying that heroes belongs to this component class, and it's a property or a method inside this this class. And that's exactly what heroes component is. It's just a class. The thing at the top where it says add component, it's a decorator. It decorates a class with some properties, and Angular knows to read that decorator, understand, and that needs to do specific things related to component. Like it has a selector, it knows how to read it inside another template and what to do with it. And it has a template URL, so it knows the HTML is going to be located in this file, and the styles go inside the CSS file. So just for Angular to understand what's going on. Okay, so let's go to your tour of heroes. I'll show you with this log. So you want to go to your local host. Okay, so right click here anywhere. Inspect. Okay, so welcome to DevTools. We are going to click on console. So right now you're in elements, you're going to go to console. And at the top there, you see array 10.
Yeah.
Expand that. So there's your array right there. And if you click on the file, TS file on the right, it's an actual link next to the array 10.
That
click
one?
on that, yep. Okay. On line 17 now, this is where the console, you can actually see the code here, right? It's compiled for you to see. So you can actually click on number 17. Okay, and now you set a breakpoint. You telling the program, please stop here before going on. So refresh the page. Just hit F5 or refresh like this. So now it's running, but it's stopping right where you hit set a breakpoint. And now you can.
I've done this before.
Huh?
I've placed breakpoints before in my programs.
That's good. That's good. So this is in TypeScript you can do this right inside your DevTools. So your DevTools is going to be, so you can actually hover over heroes and you can actually see that there are values in there. So put your mouse right over this.heroes. And before it plays into the console, you can kind of observe the values here in case like, oh, why is my value not what I'm expecting it to see? This is how you would, it's one of the ways of how debug. This is like the debugging 101. You put it in a console log.
Okay, yeah. Because we did the breakpoints when we ran a program. Let's say like I have a bug and it's not running, it's just compiling. And we would place a breakpoint and then we would just move through lines until it like flashes red to see where the bug is and then figure out why it's not working.
Yeah, you can here you can also move through the lines. You can do F10 and it will go to the next line, but you don't really have a next line, so it's just gonna jump out from the function. But do F10. Yeah, see, it's your next line is end of the function.
Yeah.
But it's the same
that's
thing. You
cool.
F10 through the lines. You do an F11 if you want to go inside the function. Let's say you had another function, right? Let's do that. Let me show you. Who's on airplane mode? Me or you? Uh-oh. Dasha, are you on airplane mode? Masha, go get to my phone, Dasha. I lost Dasha for a second.
Hello.
Oh, you're back? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Don't go on airplane mode.
No, I did that.
It's okay. Okay, so let me just show you how to go into another function in case you you have one. So go to your code right here in ng uninit where we're at in your VS Code.
Can I close this out or no?
You can just do F8. I think F8.
I am not pressing F anymore.
Oh, sorry. You know what? You don't have to. See the little blue arrow on the left in your DevTools. There's if you go a little bit down. So right here, you can just do resume right there, and it's done.
Okay.
Yeah, Fs. I know Fs are not
On
always
the
this easy.
laptop, no, it's gonna put me in airplane mode again.
I understand. So let's just play with another function, like if you wanted to debug a function. So go into your components and put on line 19. Okay. Let's do a function called log. Oh, okay. Don't call it log. Let's call it something else because log, when you do a tab, it creates that line.
I can do log.
Log, open, close parentheses.
Right next to it.
Yeah. So now you're creating a function. So the parentheses meaning it's not going to have any parameters passed into it, and then open, close curly brackets. So now you created a function, right? A TypeScript function. And now so type in here console.log, or let's do console.arrow, ERR. Sorry, my arrow sounds like an arrow. Error.
Ear.
Open parentheses, and in double quotes or single quotes, just type error 101.
Error 101.
Error 101. Okay, so now on ng on init, you can delete line. Actually, don't delete line number 17. Just put a new line.
Okay.
And do this dot log. This dot log, open close parentheses. Right now you're calling a function that lives inside your class, and this is how you call it. Okay. So now let's go back to your debugging point there.
Okay. Here.
Okay, let's continue because it needs to refresh. Click that little continue button. All right, I think it's gonna refresh. If it doesn't refresh, refresh it yourself. Refresh the page because your code is not updated yet. Okay, all right, so let's go down. So now you can do F10. Okay, don't want to do F10. So if you go to that little, oh, you're doing it?
Yeah, F10 is clear on my MacBook. I mean my HP, so I can press.
Yeah, so if you didn't do F10, you did do F10 right now, but if you do F11, it actually gonna jump into your log function.
Can I do Fn and then press F11? Function F11?
You can use the little pictures next to that blue arrow. See, there is like step into it, step over, like
that one.
in here. Yeah. See, it's the same thing, F10, or next to it, if you go down, there's an F11. Yeah. So now it's stepping inside the function. You can debug your functions like this.
Ooh. Can I play it?
Yeah.
Zoom.
Yeah. So if you go to your console now, yeah, that's okay. So go to console, right next to, yeah. Okay. So now see, it's kind of red.
Yeah.
So console log actually colors it red. You didn't really log anything. You just kind of put a message there. So yeah, it's really just like if you actually have real errors, you want to log them like this. You don't have any other way to do it, then you would put it in the console. But DevTools, write it down. You want to probably watch some videos on DevTools. There's a lot of different things you can do with it, but it's going to be your tool set as a programmer, right? You're writing developing for the web. DevTools is going to be in your tool set. You're going to debug there. You're going to check your CSS there. The network is, it's so basically your main 4 tabs is elements for styling. See, if you go to elements, so this is where you kind of can see all of the styles on your HTML. So click on Tour of Heroes, for example. Oh, actually, to select something, what you do is see in the top left next to elements, there's like a little square with an to a little bit to the left, the next one. Yes, if you click on that, and then now you click on your blue here of Tour of Heroes on the left, left, more left. Yeah, and here. So click on that. So now it actually selects the item that you just clicked on. And now your H1, now you can kind of go through and see what the styles are for it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
it's going to be in your tool set to, to do the styles. Once you get into styles, your console log basically shows you stuff that either your program creates. So click on console. So that's a big one because that's where your debugging happens and all of the errors, if it's third-party errors or errors or yours. And then on sources, when you click on sources tab in your dev tools, this is where you are able to debug. So you can your program actually shows you your code. That's important. And your network, when you go to network tab, this is where all of the requests to the server happen. So that's when we start, learning about getting data from an API and stuff like that. So you can actually see what kind of requests are happening through the network. So that's just keep in mind. You're gonna have to dig into that later on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. This is interesting. I've learned a lot about this whole inspect.
Yeah, especially if you're digging through this.
Because I'm like confused, but then I understand, but then there's so much more to understand.
Yeah, it's a rabbit hole, so don't worry about it. A little bit at a time.
It's like start one thing, but there's so much more to every little thing.
Yeah, that's okay. So I think you're on the right track. You just keep doing your Tour of Heroes.
Yes.
I'll take a look at your repository to see if I can run it locally and see if I can resolve this, because I remember having the same issue for the one from the thing. But you don't really need it because you're doing it on your own. And you want to push through and just keep doing it, because every time you're on a new task, then you're learning something new and you're actually getting deeper into Angular, right? And then if you think you're stuck, you just let me know and we'll go through it. I think do you wanna do something else right now, or what do you want to do? You can do something you want to do now.
I go in order with this stuff. So next step is CSS, but I kind of want to like dig around it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, because you have to read it and stuff. Sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of reading here, but besides that, it kind of like tells you to do your own CSS styling.
Well, that's gonna be fun. You can use your creative side.
Yeah, but first I have to kind of go back to my other notes with CSS and figure out like what to do with it.
Do it. Okay, maybe you can show it off next time when we meet.
Of course, of course.
Are you cool with doing this next week too?
Yeah, I'll do it as long as you want to do it, because you're the one who's busy more than me.
Oh, I want to do it for you.
Yeah, of course. I'm so happy. Like it gives me so much like motivation and boost to like want to do it. У меня даже, знаешь, желанием горю садиться это делать, узнавать. Мне очень нравится.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm gonna stop recording in case we start crying.